G'day guys and girls, and welcome back to our little channel, Goodies Beer Reviews. What an icon standing in front of me right now. I've got a bit to have a yarn about this beer. Foster's Classic. Back in the day, the 90s, like the 80s, you'd have a Foster's on. Look, Foster's on tap was always around. Foster's was in stubbies. A lot of Aussies drank Foster's until it was all bought out by overseas and all that sort of thing. But I picked one of these up, and I think it was the Grifter, who's known to frequent the parts of Vegas, has said to me, Foster's isn't that bad. Foster's was okay. And that's coming from someone who I've sort of tried to attune his palate to the definition and fine beers of the craft. I'll see you on the weekend. Foster's Classic 375ml can, which is what we love here on the channel. Up the top, brewed for classic refreshment. So not a current refreshment. So if you're thirsty currently, you can't drink it. But if you're thirsty a few weeks ago, drink it. Australians, well, here we've got to be careful here. Famous beer brand. I remember getting this in David Jones and stuff. 1.2 standard drinks, and it comes in at 4%. 4% ABV, and it's 1.2. Okay, yeah. Got the flying kangaroo on the bottom. That's pretty Australian. I like that. It reminds me of Qantas and everything else we've sold to overseas. 135 years ago, I thought it said. Anyway, during the summer of 1888, the Foster brothers gave the thirsty people of Melbourne. I remember this was originally Melbourne brewed by a pair of brothers. Let's get this into the can. Foster's, how Aussie on a Friday. Good, firm Aussie crack on the can. Bit of spurt coming out the top. Look, I've had this a few times over the years, and compared to good craft beer, I usually shit on it because I like craft beer. Some people don't. Some people do. That's a very clear lager. Look, I even had a quick look at Uncle Dan's. They want something like $65 or $70 a carton for this, which is getting a bit steep. But people are 5-starring it. Classic refreshment, great lager, crystal clear, and just got a nice taste. And I'm like, this is Foster's, and I'm an Aussie, so I should like this. I've thrown VB. Very nice looking beer. That's a good, very clear beer. Let's have a sniff. See if we get anything off the Foster's sniff. A little bit of caramel, and it just does remind me of that adjunct Aussie lager, but minus a lot of the skunk. This is not a real skunky sniffing beer. Jeez. Wow. Has this come leaps and bounds? Have they changed the recipe? I mean, look, if you like a hazy double IPA at 7.7%, that's your style. If you like lagers and you don't like taste, or a lot of taste, and you like clean drinking cervezas, lagers, some ales, this is what you want. Can't believe I'm saying this. It's even got a medium. I don't remember Foster's being like this. I just don't remember Foster's being like this at all. It's quite a good beer. I'd be proud to sell this overseas to suckers who just want to drink something Australian. I mean, people would argue, I suppose, VB's Australian, New's Australian. The only real breweries here are the independent ones and Coopers, which is still Australian owned, really big ones. And I mean big ones. Coopers Australian owned. But New, like, I mean, this is just not a bad beer. Good head, hangs around. And it's the quintessential beer of Australia, probably. I'd say Foster's. I'd say you know what, Foster's. I'd say Foster's. What else do I remember when I was younger? And the neighbours used to drink, because I didn't have a dad, so I watched other people's dads drink. DA, Reshes, and Tui's new, I think it was in a white can. Yeah, D.A. Reshams is always a silver bullet. Yeah. And Foster's the classic can. Look, I tell you what, I got a 6-pack of this. I think this actually cost me, now hold your hat, BWS had the promotion on it. If you spend $26 in store, you could pick up a 6-pack for $12. $12 for a 6-pack is $2 a beer. Even if it tastes like BB, I'd still have $2 a beer from a shop, from Australia. Because that's a good bargain. And this is a very clean drinking lager. I would prefer this currently. If you rated, say, Melbourne Bitter Resh's new, and you had a can in front of me, Foster's is, I can't believe I'm saying this. Foster's, I'd give it to that. But it'd have to be a blind taste test, maybe. Very clean, very easy drinking. And I'll tell you what, it does pack a bit more of a punch than what the 4% is stated. It does pack more of a punch. That actually feels like about a 5% beer plus. Anyways, beautiful evening here on the north coast. Geez, the plants are coming out after that rain. Come and have a look at these after the bit of rain. Bring the Fosters with me. Tomatoes are going good. They're all in there, look, coming up. Chilies. Wish they'd start chilling up a bit instead of just being green. It is early though. But these, what do they call them? Pea lady drag or something. Kipper lime leaves here. They'll need to fix them up a bit. But yeah, check them out. After a bit of rain, holy moly, they're beautiful, aren't they? I've gone blank with the name. I'll go blank a bit. Beautiful evening. I might leave it at that. More tomatoes here. I've got to replant them. They're getting too big for the planter beds and the strawberries. Chives will get snip. Look at the parsley. Mad. Anyways, I might leave it at that. Love each other, take care of each other, be kind to each other, and cheers. And if you see Foster's, I'm telling you now, give it a run.